We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Play action. It's McDonald. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McDonald. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Indianapolis.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. And that's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's the option. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald looking for a Campbell down. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Paris Campbell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Or these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Makes the score Colts 7. Bears nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On 1st down, Hurts. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
His throw's going to be incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, it's Harris. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run again with Love on first down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
At the 15-yard line.
Here's Love. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
This is Love. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Matt Gay.
And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At
their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Pat O'Donnell on to punt for the Bears.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete to number
A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And taking down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Number 34.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 38.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And that will be incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run for it with Harris. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On first down, here's Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down. Right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Colts' 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Back to the air on 2nd down. McDonald out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st down, Colts.
They'll run with Harris. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
The Colts, 1st down.
This is Harris. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run. Here's Harris. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Carry for the running back. Roquan Smith in on the tackle. That's a gain of 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to air one out, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
To number 87.
And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's McDonald. Completion here to Claypool. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
McDonald. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming after you. 70 Ranger. I'm coming after you. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 58 is the Mike. 58 is the Mike. Hey, keep it up. 58 is the Mike. 58 is the Mike. I'm coming after you. 58.
On 1st down, McDonald. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Check 43. 79 Bronco.
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
3rd down.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. 972.
They're going option play on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gay's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll run with Love. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's Love again. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
That's a good job there by the corner.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even go into fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground, it's Love. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Bring it. Bring it. Check. 53 's Mike. Check. 53 's Mike.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. Quez Watkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
The kick is no good. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Let's go, Heavy. Everyone,
Throwing on first down. McDonald. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Indianapolis.
It's our time. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hop, hop.
Out of the gun, McDonald. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Operating from the gun. McDonald looking for Campbell downfield. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And this offense is running away with this one. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Colts 38. Bears.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
No, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
By number 34. He was taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bears 6.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team. I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Love. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
3rd and 12.
He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Let's go. Watch the pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That is caught by Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there in this passing game. They just can't get off the ground, and that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
It's fielded at the 45. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Harris. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
They go play action with McDonald. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is McDonald. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
3rd down.
From the gun, McDonald. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 12-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. McDonald. His pass caught at the 4. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, McDonald. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. Running to start the drive is Love. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Love. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're handing
out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone